So as luck would have it, I was actually taking a trip up to Oregon and checking my map. I'm like looking at it and I said, oh wow, I'm gonna be traveling right next to Medford Drag Strip. So Champion Raceway Park, there it goes under Southern Oregon Speedway. It's actually a motorsports facility here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you guys in. We're gonna look around a little bit, and this is gonna be one of our events we have for 2020. This is a facility has been around for a long time, and they've done a bunch of upgrades. It's really nice. I mean, I actually haven't raced here in years, but I'm really looking forward to it. The people that are running this are really great people. So let's first let's turn that off. Let's run in here and we'll show you around the track a little bit, get a little idea of what's in store for 2020 coming up here to Southern Oregon. It's kind of nice to go and race a new facility that we haven't been to, bring this action in these cars up here. Everybody's excited, and I really got some special things that are going to happen for this race. So let's I'll show you the entryway pulling into the drag strip here, and we'll just kind of look around and talk to a couple people. I think they're doing some maintenance work around here, so we'll just we'll see how it works out. Okay, you're along for the ride. What you're going to see here is we're up at Medford Drag Strip, right here in Oregon. It's actually cold right now. It's at the end of February, and what you'll hear in the background, they're doing a lot of track maintenance here and actually renewal. So they're going to be putting in a whole new concrete burnout area. So before the track, the burnout section was way back behind the starting line. So you'd literally do a burnout and you'd have to drive up the starting line. So they're going to take care of that problem. They're going to put a nice little dish in there for water, so it'll be nice and smooth. You can also see that a year ago they redid the concrete surface from the starting line going out. And I don't know exactly how far it is, but I know it's at least 400 and some feet. We'll find out exactly from Justin, the track manager. But what you're going to find out, this track is different than a lot of them out there. The biggest thing is, if you've never been here, I'm going to show you something in a minute that people are going to laugh, because I call it the hill. So you can see the towers back there. What you'll find out is, unless you've raced at a place like, say, we used to be Sears Point Sonoma Raceway, where when you let off, you actually can decelerate going up a hill. You don't see that very often, because most drag strips are put in places that it's flat, which makes sense. I mean, you're not going to race a drag strip in the mountains. But up here, what you're going to find out is you're going to run into the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around, and you're going to see what we call the hill. But what you're going to see right here, you're going to see the hill, which is it's actually pretty cool, because you can decelerate, and it's not the same as, obviously, you're going uphill. It's a lot easier to slow down, and it adds to the element of this track where it's kind of special. It's up here in the hills. Beautiful Oregon, great weather. Obviously, this is cold. It's a severely, it's a cold day for us California folk, but I'm going to show you. We're going to take a trip up the hill, and I'll show you kind of another aspect of this track that makes it kind of a little special compared to most tracks where, you know, it's the same thing. You got an 8 mile, quarter mile flat, you turn left or turn right off the track, you come down a straight return road. So this one does a little bit different aspect for that. So let's take a ride at the track and I'll show you what I'm talking about. As you can see, it's got a couple different turnouts. There's actually a turnout back there that's gated off for junior dragsters, that type of thing. There's 2 more turnoffs, and there's actually a crash net area at the end. So we're gonna go down there, and I'll take you up to the top of the hill, and what you'll find out is you'll be able to see how actually steep this goes. Even on the video from here going forward, look at the incline. So for a safety thing, if you're gonna be going over 200, say, quarter mile racing, whatever it is, the angle of this thing is going to slow you down substantially. So I'll have a little bit more about that in a second. I got a good story from running back here in the day. So let's go the rest up the hill, and let's go to the top. We'll take a look at it from up there. So what you're going to find is asphalt ends right here, and then you actually have a gravel area and then a catch net at the very top. But what you're going to realize is when I turn this camera around, you're going to see how steep and how far up this hill is, that even if you got in some trouble with a throttle being stuck or something, I still think you'll be able to get to the point where you can get the fuel shut off, get the ignition shut off or something, because even to make this last return road, which you probably will never ever need, you're gonna have to give it gas. You're gonna have to get it throttled to even make it this high. So when I turn this around, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you can definitely see how substantially far the track is, obviously for obvious reasons, it's a quarter mile track, but you can see the elevation change from the track surface to here. Look at where the horizon is now, and that'll give you a good idea of exactly how high this hill is. But it's really smooth up here. I mean, at this point, you're obviously not trying to put down any traction, but if you wanted a true no prep, this would be it. If you hear banging in the background, that is not my rental car. Banging in the background, there's actually a gun club that's next door, so over the hill or two, you could hear those guys firing. So what I'm going to show you now will be the next little fun aspect of this track. After you do make a pass, we'll check it out right now. Let's look at the return road, which is definitely interesting when you come to this track, meant for drag strip. So let's take a ride down the return road. What you can see is obviously it's up a hill, so obviously you got to come down the hill. One, it's not super steep, but it's fine. But what you'll find out is it's not straight. What they did is it kind of winds and weaves through the trees and the hill up here, so it's kind of fun. You actually got to be on your ball coming back on the return road, because once in a great while you may see wildlife come across or be out here laying down deers and stuff. So right now it's not springtime, everything's brown, but I know in springtime and the fall it's really pretty up here. It looks really nice, and I can remember running the return road and literally coasting my car all the way from the end all the way down in. I had a pit that was like 3 stalls over, and I coasted within 20 feet into my pit, which was really kind of different at the time. But it's kind of a neat, it's just a different facility. So what you'll see is I'll turn it around right here, and you can see the horizon, and we're halfway down the hill already. You'll still see how high up we are. All right, let's go down to the pits. So that's kind of a little tour of Medford Drag Strip. This track's pretty neat. They actually got a really nice, large pit area. The pit area is pretty good. It's got a little road going through it, so they pit on both sides. No weeds, pea gravel. It's really nice to pit in. What you see is you got stands, you got a nice 2-story tower. This place also, they had a grant or something went through, and a while back they put in brand new bathrooms, which actually include racer showers, which, you know, for people who want to camp out, that's a great addition. That's like the number one thing. I wish other tracks would do that. So they have a racer shower on premises, and you can see, I mean, look at the skyline behind me. I mean, it's gorgeous up here. So obviously right now they just started. I mean, this is their first weekend working on the track. They do get a lot of rain up here. It is Oregon. I don't know if they get snow, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do get snow here. So right now is the first time they've had time to actually maintain and start working on the track. So how this will be when they start racing, it's going to be great. I mean, this is a really nice facility. The guys put in the work. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go up here. Everybody I've talked to, everybody's heard about this track, but they've never came up. And yeah, it's a small track. I mean, this is not no national event track by no means, but this is a real people's track. That's what I kind of like to call it. You know, it's not a national event surface, but it's definitely far from garbage. This is a good facility, good track. We prep it really good for our race. They facility. You can see right here they have a road that's paved through the pits, what makes it nice so you can pit off both sides. They have a big parking lot back there. They have parking all the way over there. Huge lot for parking for all the spectators to show up. Scoreboards with numbers on both sides, which that's not on every track. You'll be surprised you don't see that everywhere. That's a new thing the last so many years. Some of these smaller tracks have been able to do that. But nice facility. Like I said, racer showers. You can actually, for PR or people who want to film, you can probably talk to the track. They do have a VIP area on top of the tower, and we've done filming and photos looking down on the cars, and that is a really cool aspect to have. So that's Medford drag strip. Can't wait to get up here. What you see here is you see some of the pit spots they have. Really nice pit spots, concrete pads, asphalt both sides. So little road going through the rest of the pits, which is really nice, small gravel. But the VIP pit parking right here is really nice, right next to the bathroom. All right, one last time. I'm gonna put the beautiful, gorgeous clouds in my background. But if you have any questions about the track or this facility or anything, I'm gonna post the dates and the flyer and everything when we're gonna be up here. There's gonna be quite a few cars. It's gonna be a really good show, and happy to come to this area to see a new crowd and bring the excitement of the West Coast Outlaws up here. It's gonna be a good time. Like I said, I keep repeating it over and over. Great facility, good people, and yeah, it'll be a good time. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Send me a message or make a comment, and on to the next one. Thank you guys, appreciate it.